You wanna be on camera?
No, I don't like crap, honey.
All right, let's ask Jenny a question.
Okay.
What are hot chicks look for in men since you're a hot chick?
I'm not a hot chick. I'm obese. I'm fat. I have 5 kids. I used to be skinny. I'm not hot. I look horrible.
Okay, so what does hot chicks look for in men?
Okay, number one, let's clarify that. I am not a hot chick. Okay, I'm just a fat mother of 5 who got fat, who used to be skinny.
Alright, fine. What does a fat mother of 5 look for in a man?
Oh, that's so mean. No, let's just say... You're so rude. Okay, let's just say, what does a decent, well-minded woman would want certain characteristics in a guy? How about that, Freddie? Regardless
well, we need an easier title.
Okay. The topic would be, what does a real woman want in a man? How about that?
Yeah.
A real woman with a nice body?
Oh, zip it. What does a real woman want in a man? What is a mature woman? Okay, mature. Real is too vague. Let's say, what does a mature woman want in a man? A mature woman would be like a person who knows what she wants. You know, she is well-rounded in life and kind of knows what she wants in a mature way instead of a teenager's mentality of stupidity. But, okay, what can you say yes or no?
What?
What does a mature woman want in a man?
Go ahead.
Gosh. Okay. I would say she definitely want a guy who would have some sort of way of getting a job. I mean, money is the #1 issue of like stability, because if a woman knows that a guy is purposely not working because he could live off of her, it's kind of like, okay, well, that's not much support.
Well, who's gonna take care of the kids then?
But that's different. Let's say if you don't have kids. We'll get into the kids later. Let's say if you don't have kids, and he just can't seem to be getting a job, and the girl's paying for everything, you know? But he's got to be...
job.
But he needs to still strive to want to get a job or do some sort of side job to get an income, you know? He can't just be effortless.
Yeah, Kang.
Okay, I see what's that.
But Kang's a student too, so that's like a job to him already. Okay, Kang's a student too, so that's already like a job, already taking up his time. So, because when I was a full-time student, I barely worked. I only worked on weekends as a waitress, you know, so it's hard to get a job doing full-time while going to school full-time. So, anyways, number one, the guy would have to be willing to want to be a hard worker and, you know, work in a job, you know. And if he can't get a job, then he needs to do some side job, working for someone else, earning some sort of cash, you know.
So he needs money.
He needs some money, but
what if he's fat?
What does fat have to do with money? What do you mean?
Well, what if he's not good looking, but he has a job?
Oh, you mean if it's a wealthy guy, but he's out of shape and unhealthy?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to be imbalanced. Then you're going to have to get someone who doesn't care for your looks, if she could love you for who you are. Otherwise, you're going to run into gold diggers where you have to pay for their time.
So a job is important. What else is important?
I would say temperament. Because a lot of guys, I think, have really bad temper. And I know Freddie has bad temper, but he could control it sometimes, but sometimes he can't, you know?
Shut up.
So...
God.
Okay, so you tell me when you get upset.
Try to attack
you don't
me.
swear up a storm and start screaming and breaking things. So
well, who causes it?
Well, okay, well, you know, we all have a bad temper, right? Because I have sisters that are really bad temper too, you know, and
shoot,
they can like
but your nagging is worse than a temper.
Okay, whatever. Then that's something that we can deal with.
Okay, so he needs to have.
He needs to have a controlled temper.
He needs to have a job. He has to control his temper. What else?
And he has to really take care of his health, because for me, from my perspective, I think when I see people smoke, I don't care if it's weed or cigarettes. When I see that and when I know that, I think that's a huge turnoff. Okay, and when I see a guy drink alcohol, I think that's even a big turnoff. I know drinking and smoking is very common among both men and women, so. For you to find a woman to accept you for all that smoking and drinking, then she has to smoke and drink herself.
What about smoking weed? Is that a turn off or a turn
Hell
on?
yeah, I just said it. I said cigarettes and weed, the same category to me. You're still inhaling the stuff.
What about a man that eats McDonald's? Is that okay?
That would mean he doesn't really care for his health. Are you talking about eating it once every 6 months or like every week? If it's every week, then you must not care about your health.
Okay, so he has to control his temper. He needs a job.
He needs a job.
No smoking, no drinking.
Yeah. He has to pretty much be like Freddie. Pretty much. When I found out that Freddie does not smoke, he does not drink, bonus. Bang. I mean, that was the bomb. You know, no smoking, no drinking. And drug-free. That's the 3 most crucial thing in my book.
What if he likes video games?
I'm fine with that. As long as he doesn't do that for the rest of his life and not getting a job and getting too obsessed, then that's a problem, you know?
Yeah.
If it's not video game, then what is it? Watching TV all day? I'm not up for that either. What, is he going to be a lazy bum watch TV all day? That's a turn-off. Gotta get up and exercise and help
So that's it. He just needs a job. He needs to control his temper. Can't smoke, can't drink. And that's it? That's all that's needed?
And take care of his health.
Take care of his health?
Yeah, and
what if he's bald?
Well, that's not... Well, some men still look nice shaved. I mean, some women are okay with that, you know?
Yeah, some women, they like bald-headed men, actually.
Yeah, some women love that. Like, shaved, down clean. They like it like that. Ken needs a haircut.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be like that anytime soon, unless I'm...
What if he's a cheapskate?
If he's a cheapskate, I'm not dealing with that because I'm not going to deal with, like, no toilet flushing, urinate in a cup and pour it out on the lawn. I ain't dealing with that. Eating weeds and like instead of eating a healthy salad, they go pluck some disgusting dandelions and weeds off the highway. No way!
What if he has no car?
The no car, I'm okay with that because I had learned to adjust to bikes and taking the train and the bus. I mean, you adjust to that, you know.
What if he lives with his?
I think the train to go to school, for example.
What if he lives with his parents?
I'm okay with that if he lives with his parents. As long as he saves money and doesn't take advantage of his parents and blow off his money. Because if he's being irresponsible with money and loafing off his parents, I totally disagree with that. That's wrong.
What if he gambles?
Oh, no, gambles off my book. I come from a family growing up with gamblers. My parents and my siblings and I all gambled. And it really destroyed our family. And it destroyed their relationship. So gambling is out of the book, guys.
What if he doesn't want kids?
If he doesn't want kids, I may be okay with it. I'm okay with that.
And that's it?
Yeah, I mean, I was happy with just 1 kid, to be honest, you know. But we end up having 5 because Freddie wants children. So.
What if he's short?
Like how short? Like
shorter than you?
Shorter than me?
Yeah.
I don't know, depends, unless if he's really good in bed. Just kidding.
Oh.
I don't care. I don't care. The height isn't really a problem with me because there are men dating supermodels.
What if he's Ken size?
Oh, shut up. That's disgusting. Ew. You know what? You guys would be amazed. There are men out there who will date supermodels. They're like almost a foot taller than them. You know what I'm saying? Like... I've seen some shorter guys dating really hot chicks, you know what I mean? So, and Freddie, I don't expect Freddie to be too tall because his height is perfect. I love his height. He may claim that he's too short compared to the average tall black guy or white guys that are considered like very tall genetics, you know? And Asians are not very tall, you know? So, Freddie used to hate his height. He thought he was never tall enough to impress girls, but he is perfect for me. I love that height. I don't care for too tall, but some women demand 6 foot or taller, you know? They're crazy.
Yeah, as for myself, I used to, when I was a kid, I used to hate my wrist as well. Like, I used to hate, like, being black. Because I always see, like, you know, the whites are always, like, gets all the attention. They're always, like, good looking, you know. Kind of wanted to be like them. I have, like, you know, the long hair type of stuff.
You know what? It's funny because I've heard from my own sister and even like other girls too who are Asian girls and from other girls too. They would say, I wish I was white. I wish I had blonde hair. I wish I had blue eyes. I wish I had a pretty tall nose, you know? And I'm like, it's weird that they all wanted that, but for me, it was different for me. I never really cared to look more like, you know know what I mean? I never cared to look more like a certain race or anything. I just mostly just wanted to like, wish I had like, oh, I wish I had nicer, bigger thighs. Or yeah, I wish I had nicer, bigger boobs. Oh, I wish I had nicer, curved butt. What do you want, Ken? Stop trying to grab the camera. And so like, and so these girls were always trying to strive towards like the white Caucasian look, you know?
What if you only wanted it once a week?
What if the guy?
Yeah.
Well, there's a problem because he's getting it somewhere else.
No, like what if he wasn't getting it, but he just wanted it once a week?
Well, I was sorry, but I was married once before, and the guy only wanted it like once a month. I would want it like every day, multiple times, but he would only want it like once a month or twice a month, and I always felt like he never loved me. So it's kind of weird that I did experience that, where I just felt like I wasn't good enough, I wasn't beautiful enough, or that I wasn't his type anymore, or I just felt like he just didn't love me. So that's how I feel. I feel that a man, if he's really into a woman, he would want it like more intimacy, you know? If he never seemed to care to be turned on or ever seemed to be like interested in a sexual way with his wife, you know? And so I've always felt that I wasn't good enough for him. So I
you needed a lot.
Oh, shut up.
So how many times do you need?
Shut up! Let's not go there, Freddie.
No, I'm just saying like a woman in general. I'm not talking about you, I'm just saying in general. What do you think women, how many times do you think women need to get ravished?
I think women would like to have it over 10 times a day.
Really?
Yeah, but you know what? Most cases, the guy won't provide that.
How can they act like they don't want it then?
Well, women like to tease, duh.
but the truth is they want it 10 times a day.
Yeah.
All women?
I would say, I would say 80% of women. I can't speak for all, of course. I didn't say I'm speaking for all. I'm not everyone. I'm not every single female in this world, but I feel that a woman would feel more loved from her man if he wanted, if he gave it to her at least 10 times a day, even at least 5 times, even at least 3 times a day. It'd be better if it's at least 8 to 10 times a day, you know? But if the man only gives it to her like once every couple days, that sucks. It's almost like, what, you're giving it to somebody else? Are you cheating? What, you don't find me attractive anymore? You know?
So that's what women want.
Now, men, please don't go raping women just because I said that. And if a woman tells you to stop, you better stop, because she might sue you for rape. So don't take it the wrong way, people.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't say that I saw this YouTube video and this girl Jenny said that women want it at least 10 times a day. You know what I'm saying?
So women pretend like they don't want it, but then they really do.
But listen, it has to be with a guy that she's completely really into. This is not for all guys. This, how I feel, is with how I feel with Freddie. This is not something that I feel that I want from every single guy. That's called a nympho, a whore, and a slut.
Actually, you know? I had a friend like that as well, like an info.
Ew.
But I never did it with her though.
You probably don't want to. You probably get some herpes. You probably get herpes.
I found out she smoked.
Ew.
I ditched her after I found out she smokes again. You
know. Ew. She's probably got nasty cigarette breath. Ew. How's that supposed to be sexy? Oh, this hot chick, when she starts talking, you can smell her cigarette breath. Ew. That's such a turnoff. But you know what? I am talking about a woman who's completely into a guy, okay? And she's not going to feel that way towards every guy around her. That's disgusting. Only if she's like a total nympho who doesn't care who doesn't care about, you know, her safety of her sexuality, who's not responsible. She could get pregnant, she could get AIDS, she could get HIV, she could get herpes, all these sorts of diseases, and pass it to like 90 other guys in a year, you know?
Yeah. You know, that's the way I feel about the sexual thing as well, you know. I think it should be just responsible. Once you're responsible, you'll be just fine, you know.
Yeah, but sometimes...
Yeah, you're not going to go to hell just because you're having a sexual relationship with your girlfriend, for example. You're not gonna go hell for that. I don't believe that.
Yeah, but if a woman is really into her man, that's when she wants about like 5 to 10 times a day from her man. That's when she'll feel very loved. But like I said, if she's not into her man, she could still go outside the relationship and cheat too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not a healthy relationship either.
I heard that some women do that. You know, they go to another guy to have sex with, even though they're with their boyfriend. You know, they're like they're with their boyfriend because they love their boyfriend.
Yeah.
But she probably needs a guy that, you know, can give it to her better. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's a sad situation.
Give it to her better.
Well, that's a sad situation because I tell you, if she gets pregnant, ooh, it's gonna be a really bad situation if the boyfriend thinks it's his baby when it's not his baby.
Oh yeah.
It's a really big mess.
Give it to her better.
That's a big mess. All right, I want to take a nap now.
No more questions?
Any more good? That was a good topic, though.